Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? It's me, Raven. What's going on? What's good? How you been? Are you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's going on, people? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I didn't. Anyway, what's going on? I'm going to talk to you in reference to, okay, it's not going to be a long video. I want to talk to you in reference to someone who just can't quite, Chad and Evelyn. Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, who just married Evelyn, or married and been married for like about a month now. And my thing is this, is that, how do you feel as though everything went down? You know, it's funny how you could be in a relationship and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, one heated moment, that you find that your man is cheating, allegedly, that you just all of a sudden go at him and you like, yo, what's going on? And he gets upset and he had butter in the head. Now, I don't condone violence, honey. But honey, and it must have been it's a very dramatic experience and stuff like that because, honey, I don't know. And I know she had to hit him back because the fact of the matter says she don't play that. Well, I hope. Then again, she may know who to hit and who not to hit. But then again, domestic violence is really bad because when you come to the point where you're in a relationship and y'all get to the point that you want to fight, I mean, it's really messed up. It's really over with. To me, it is. You know, because if they hit you once, they will hit you again. Trust and believe. I've been in relationships in reference to this as well, and I kind of know what it's like, too. I was actually in a relationship with somebody I would not rename nameless, but the simple fact of the matter was that this person was really obsessed with me, and they were really, really, really jealous. So what happened was, we used to get into, like, he didn't like, all my friends were whores, everybody around me he hated. Now, he could have friends, but I couldn't have friends. And the simple fact of the matter was that he would like try to beat me up and stuff. So it was like, really? So then one night what happened was, he decided that he thought that I was looking at some other guy, and I wasn't, but that's how he was. And what happened was, he decided to push me down a flight of stairs. It's not funny, but baby, I fell almost down a flight of stairs. And when I got up, you already know, honey. Did you see, Precious, honey? You should have saw me coming up the stairs, honey. And I said, wham! Remind you, we got kicked out the nightclub in New York City. So on our way home, we got inside the car and stuff like that. We had to drive back home together. So as we driving home together, you know, at this point in my life, I was kind of young. I was kind of wild. So I just cold copped him straight in the face, due to the fact that he was driving. So he decided he wanted to fight me back. Now, remind you, we're on the highway. We're fighting back. We're fighting. I mean, we are going at it, going at it. You know, and then he opened the car door and he decided he was going to push me out the car. So I decided since I'm going out the car, I might as well take him with me. So I grabbed him by his hair and I pulled him with me. So at this point, the car stopped and everything. And we're on the highway and we're in the car. We just fighting like Argentina, honey. And the simple fact of the matter was like, that night I had to leave because, I'm going to be honest, I knew I could. That's when I learned in life that I actually could kill somebody. Because after a certain amount of abuse that you don't realize that's going on, you can actually really hurt somebody. So I guess the best thing is to leave. I mean, it's sad because when you're in a relationship with someone, you have that fist fight, the love stays there. You hurt, you mad, you hate them, but you still love them in the end. When all the hate is clear, the love still remains. And I don't know. You know, with Chad and Evelyn and stuff like that, you know, I'm sorry it didn't work out and stuff like that, but I mean, it's better to find it early in the beginning than to find it in the end because it was bound to happen, you know, and I always feel as though you have signs and stuff like that to kind of show you different things. And if you're with a man who's very dominant or woman and they're very such a control freak and stuff like that, when you don't do certain things the way they want you to do it, they may react. And if you're with somebody who likes to cheat and they cheated on you before you got married and they talked about sex and they can't really do something like they did, he's letting you know that he's not ready. Because if he's really ready or she's ready, they're not going to cheat on you. I want to know, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about Chad and Evelyn throughout this whole thing? Because simple fact of the matter is that a lot of people didn't even feel as though they was going to get married. I mean, they're both very nice looking people and stuff like that, but like Chad said on his shows, he was like, I can't live in a box. Can you see me? I can't live in a box. So he's letting you know right from the door, if you marry him, that means you put him into a box. And he's not really ready for that life. And Evelyn used to always say, you're not from this life. And maybe he wasn't from the life that you wanted. And to give away so much of yourself to be with someone. Who are you once you decide that you're with this one and no part of you is there? All right. Anyway, it is what it is. And, you know, I want to be in a relationship and stuff like that too, but I'm afraid of being cheated on. And then there's so many STDs out there and stuff like that. You know, I want to find a man sometimes. But from last time I heard, you know, I'm kind of dominant. And the simple fact of the matter being dominant is because when you're the kind of person who has to pay your own bills, have to make a way the best way you can, and do things you need to do to survive to the next day, and here this some man comes into your house, he's not doing shit. Like, why the fuck is you there? Because you gotta, honey, no. Just because you got something between your legs, honey, don't mean you're gonna be the one running this. Now, we can do 50-50, but I'm not gonna sit around and do no 60. 40. Well, I'm doing 60 and you're doing 40. And I want to stay with you because the simple fact of the matter is that I have a man laying in my bed. It's not worth it. And that's how I feel. You know, I wonder how you feel. Would you stay in a relationship with someone who after he beat your ass or headbutted you or beat you up and stuff like that because you really love him? Because love is a powerful pill. And sometimes we stay even when we know we ought to leave. And abuse is abuse. Mental, physical abuse is abuse. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to Catch the Rave. Anyway, you do you. You do you the best way you can. Bam. And if nobody don't like it, then fuck them.